Welcome to the Breakthrough to Excellence podcast. I'm Jasmin Haley, healthcare provider turned educator, entrepreneur, and startup strategist. Not too long ago, I was burnt out, overwhelmed, depressed, and full of fear from a toxic work environment. I created my business out of necessity to create a legacy I can be proud of today. It helps me transform the lives of women every single day to pursue their dreams and entrepreneurial goals. I created this podcast to share the empowering stories of entrepreneurial women, help you break through self-doubt to your greatness, and share business strategies to help you create a thriving and profitable business. If you are an emerging entrepreneur or business owner that wants to create the mindset needed to escape burnout, reclaim your personal power, and pursue your entrepreneurial dreams, this podcast is for you. Stay tuned and listen in. Welcome to the Breakthrough to Excellence podcast. This is your host, Jasmin Haley, and I am very excited for you to listen to this training that I offered in my free Facebook group. So if you're interested in getting regular business resources in your journey, and in addition to that, be able to have no-cost trainings weekly by myself, you should join my Facebook group called Breakthrough to Excellence Network, from Side Hustler to CEO. So in this training, I really dive in deep. I tell it like it is all the time, but I dive in deep when it comes to biz strategy. Now, one of the analogies that I thought of when I was creating this presentation was about maps. Now, I don't know how, where you are, what generation you fall in, but I remember there was a time we weren't even using the internet to find our way. You had to actually use a map, y'all, a hard copy map. And then we had MapQuest, and then we had TomToms, and now we have GPS on our phones. So the question that I proposed in this training was, if you were going to a new location somewhere in the state that you live in, and you wanted to make sure that you arrived there in a decent time, you've never been there before, would you attempt to go to that location without a map or without asking for directions, right? So if your answer is no, then why are you continuously handling your business and going all over the place as you are aiming at nothing? So you're busy all day, then you see no traction in your business, you don't see it even being profitable. That's handling a business without a business strategy. That, my friends, is a passion project and not being in that CEO mindset, which is what I help my clients to do. So when you look at statistics like 90% of women will never reach 6 figures in revenue in their business, you got to really think about why. And so we, by nature, are taught to be caring, to serve others, and yet we're not, or we won't, or we feel like we're not deserving to serve ourselves. Well, we have to serve ourselves in our business so we can impact people, so that we don't burn ourselves out and make ourselves sick, right? We want a quality of life. So when it comes to biz strategy, this is non-negotiable. I am a heart-centered, purpose-led entrepreneur. Everything I do is very intentional. I give my all to my clients because I want to see them win. However, I am very strategic. And in this rebrand that I am doing in my business now, I have to be strategic because time is money. So if I've had conversations with some entrepreneurs where they're like, I tell them, listen, stop everything on your social media right now. Stop now. And this is what I need you to do. I need you to figure out first who it is that you're speaking to, right? Have some strategy, have some intention. And I have met people who have resisted that. And guess where their business is and their brand? It's unrecognizable. People don't know who they are, and they're not making any money at all. And we all got into business, most of us, to bring in additional income, right? But also to do something that we love and be compensated for the value that we're providing in our experiences and expertise that's solving a problem. So let's get really serious and honest with ourselves. When you listen to this training, and when I start talking about KPIs, key performance indicators, and key drivers in your business, can you honestly say that you're tracking that? Can you honestly say that? So when I look at the key drivers in my business and its performance, it lets me know when it's time for me to hire. It lets me know what things are working in my business and what things are not, and what I need to get rid of and what I need to keep. So let's understand that although I spend a lot of time motivating you and working on that mindset and helping you get over the fear and the doubt, let's not get it twisted. I'm growing a business that will reach multiple six figures and eventually will be a seven-figure business. So that means that I got to walk in to my role. I have to walk into every situation that I'm in on a whole nother level. And when you get strategic in your business, you're going to pump life back into it. You're going to be able to take more time off. You're going to be able to impact the people that you want to impact. So understand that there's a measure of sacrifice that you have to have, not for money, right? For your ego. Because your ego says, well, I just kind of want to do it my way. All right. And maybe if you do it your way, you'll get some measure of success. Absolutely. Because I feel like your business journey is your business journey and you should honor yourself. But some of y'all are honoring yourself so much with no strategy and you are being tossed about left and right. I don't know who you serving. I don't know what you doing. And guess what? If you're not ready to receive that, then you're going to continue in the place that you're in. So enjoy this training. Join my free Facebook group from side hustler to CEO. You will automatically come into the Breakthrough to Excellence Network. I am committed to helping you reach six figures in revenue in your business. So whether you're at the very beginning stages, I have a client right now that had a 8K month after 4 months in business. You have to get very clear on what's the why behind what you're doing. Otherwise, you are not going to have a successful business, a profitable business. You may be known, but you're going to be broke. And my friends, that's very stressful. So listening to this training, make sure that you subscribe to my podcasts. These trainings will continue to come every other week. In addition to me interviewing amazing women who are in business, I want you to subscribe. I want you to leave me a review so other women can get in this conversation. All right. And join that Facebook group. Let's continue this conversation. Let me help and continue to support you on your entrepreneurial journey. All right. Enjoy the training. All right. Welcome to the online training. Biz Strategy will pump life back into your business. This is my weekly training inside of the Breakthrough to Excellence from Side Hustler to CEO, free, no cost Facebook group. And this topic is essentially everything that I do for my clients. When they meet with me, a lot of times they say, I don't know what to do. I don't even know what the next step is. Or I just feel like I've been running my wheels ragged and I feel like I'm aiming a whole bunch of places and I'm not really seeing the results that I want to see in my business. Or many of them have taken a trillion different courses. They've paid thousands of dollars, and yet they still haven't seen the change in their business. So I'm actually going to share something with you that I wish I knew at the very beginning of my business. It wasn't until 3 years or so, or 2 years in, did this become clear to me. And so I want you all to be equipped with this knowledge so that you can avoid some of the headaches that I've learned throughout my business. I'm meeting so many women and women who are joining my coaching programs or my Biz Accelerator or the Start Your Biz membership. And they're just like,
oh man, I wish I knew, or I wish I charged, or I wish I set this up, and I wish I did that. So what this whole topic is meant to do is to get you the clarity you need so you know what next steps you need to take. Now, I'm not going to sit here and personalize it for you right now, right? This is a broad, general topic so that you can understand and ask yourself these questions. Honestly, am I doing enough for my business? And if you're not seeing the results, then something has to change. Now, one of the key things you got to remember, though, is in order to see results, though, you've got to be consistently showing up and understand that this is a long game. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. This is something that will take time, but you have to consistently show up. Now, some of the strategies I'm going to share with you today, the main one is a lot of times the growth that you want to see in your business happens in incremental parts. They're not happening boom like this, right? You think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to post every day for the next 3 weeks and boom, I like that, I'm going to have 10,000 followers. No, okay? It just does not work that way. However, there are incremental growths within your business, and we're going to talk about why it's important to look at that. All right, so I want to welcome you. Thank you for being a part of this group. If you have other business owners, especially service-based entrepreneur friends, please invite them to this group. The knowledge that I'm going to be imparting every single week is something that I wish I knew along my journey, and things that are going to help you along the way. I'm fully committed to seeing the growth in women in their business and helping them, getting them to a place of 6 figures in revenue. So I want you to grab your pen and paper if you need to, and remember that you can catch the replay inside of the Breakthrough to Hustlers Breakthrough to Hustlers, right? Breakthrough to Excellence Network, from side hustler to CEO, no cost, free Facebook group. All right, so I'm Jasmin Haley. I'm the award-winning national speaker, podcasting, and pro educator, and the founder of the Breakthrough to Excellence Network. And I am solely committed and completely dedicated to helping empower women to get over their fear, their self-doubt, and help them build a business that reaches 6 figures. 90% of women business owners will not reach that mark. And I think that's really important for us to really strive together to learn what we need to learn so that we can avoid the common mistakes that many of us are dealing with. Now, I jumped into business not because I decided at a very young age I wanted to be in business. I actually was dealing with burnout. I had a very toxic work environment that I stayed in for several years, wound up getting extremely sick from stress-induced illness, and decided that I was going to leave that job. I also decided that year I was going to start grad school. So I started my master's degree program full-time. I started my business full-time, and I started rocking it out, and I left my job. Now, I left my job knowing that I was going to piece together some side work here and there as I start implementing and bringing and building my business. And from taking all of my journey along the way, I have built a 6-figure business. I reached 6 figures in 2019, a year after I graduated from grad school. And one thing I want to let you guys know is that I took some time getting into 6 figures because I have a family and I was in grad school. But as soon as grad school was done, boom, by 2019, I had a 6-figure business. And so one of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you in this training today is what helped me get there. And one of the key ways to get there is to really be strategic in everything that you do in your business. You've got to understand that mindset is a huge thing, but strategy is also something that's really important. So I have been able to grow a successful speaking career. I was hosting live events. I've created 2 strong brands. In fact, I've worked with corporate sponsors. I have worked with clients over the years, and I am now solely focused on my business strategy and helping other women achieve more, if not more, than what I've achieved along the years as a business owner. So let me ask you a question. Would you take a road trip to a place you've never been in 2020 without a map or a GPS? What is your answer to that? Would you take a road trip to a place you've never been without a map or GPS? Now, you guys remember, Like back in the day, we used to have to get on like Google Maps or something like that, or I forgot there was another one that was really, really common. And we would type in the address and we would print that out, right? Or we would, back in the day, even before that, we just had a map, right? You would definitely want to have a map to see where it is that you're going. Now we have GPS on our phone. Remember TomToms? Before we had GPS on our phone, there were TomToms, right? And so we, in general, when we're going out, when I'm heading out somewhere, someplace I've never been, I'm going to use a GPS. When I am heading out, anywhere, I want to know the direction I'm going. I want to know what my end game goal is. Like, where am I supposed to be? So if your answer to this question, would you take a road trip to a place where you've never been without a map or GPS? If your answer is no, then you need to take this same concept when it comes to you and your business. You have really got to get focused. Focus is necessary to see the growth that you need to see in your business. So would you take a road trip to a place you've never been without a map or GPS? If your answer is no, then stop doing it in your business. So here are the facts. Biz strategy will do the following. It's going to pump life back into your business. Okay, it's going to let you step into a CEO role and stop treating your business as a passion project. And it's going to help you make your business profitable. Now, when you are clear about the direction that you're going to reach your destination. It's simple. If you know exactly where you're going when it comes to using a map for that destination, you're going to reach there, right? Because you need to, when you reach this certain street, you need to make a left. And then you need to stay on that street for another 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever the case may be. You will reach your destination. And so setting up biz strategy and understanding where you're going is a non-negotiable. It is not something that you can decide to say, I don't want to do it right now. No, it has to be done, because you can't reach that destination of 6 figures without getting clear on how you're going to get there. So what direction is your biz going? That's the next question I want to ask you. What direction is your biz going? And be honest with yourself. Be very honest. Am I doing enough to help my biz get to this direction? Am I clear on the strategic steps I need to take next? And if I can't figure it out on my own, am I willing to invest in a coach who can help me, or a program that can help me reach my destination? Because you're going to reach some dead ends. You're going to reach things that aren't in the right direction for you, for your business, if you don't take the time to figure this out. All right. When you look at business, there is a measure of it that requires a level of faith and self-trust, trusting yourself and faith. But at some point, having a business is more than a leap of faith. It's more than that, okay? It's going to require some straight up strategy from you. It's going to require you to track your performance. And it's also going to require you to deal with the straight facts of where your business is, okay? As simple as this. It's a factual role where your business is. Where is your business position? So if you've started your business and you've had around 1 to 2K months, right? And you're like, why am I not growing? Then you have to look at the facts of your business, right? It's more than a leap of faith. Now we've got to get strategic. Every single person that you see out there who are making 6 figures or more have gotten strategic in some way in order to get there. And now that we're in a post-COVID world, right? We're dealing with the COVID world. We have to get very serious about what steps am I taking in order to grow my business. And again, if you're going to tell me that you're not going to head out to a place you don't know without a map or GPS, then that means that you need your map and your GPS for your business. And you've got to get focused enough and organize enough to figure it out, okay? And if you can't get there on your own, remember, there are programs and coaches and strategists like myself that can help you. So, KPIs are life. KPIs are life. KPIs are life, honey child, okay? These are the key drivers of your business. So essentially what KPIs are key performance indicators. It doesn't matter if you are a business at the very beginning stages. In fact, it's great if you start doing that at the very beginning instead of trying to track it where you have, 5 or 6 employees, right? Your key performance indicators are what's going to drive your business going forward. All right. And what it's going to help you do is get to a place where you're not just thinking of your business as a leap of faith, but you're actually finding out the actual facts of what's driving your business. So for instance, my KPIs are monitored. Now, what I really like is that I'm actually able to see my KPIs right now with my new business model based on where I was with my old business model. So for instance, in one KPI I was looking at in Q2 of 2019, I had like 20,000 downloads in my podcast. And now I'm looking at the downloads now with a new customer avatar and a new brand and where I am. And I know I can get to the 20,000, 100,000 downloads again, as long as I stay consistent and I'm tracking where my key drivers are in my business. So some of the things, as an example for those who are not doing this, what are some things that you can do that you can track? You can track the number of followers that you have. You can use Google Analytics to track the number of users and sessions on your website. You can track the number of clients that you're getting. You can track the number of money that you're bringing in every single week. So I have a Google sheet that I use, and I have my assistant plug in some of the numbers, some of the financial numbers I plug in myself. And every single week, we're tracking the key drivers of my business. And I'm going to share with you in the next few slides on why this is necessary and why it's not optional. So even when I am in my day-to-day of my business, I'm able to see, oh my gosh, I am growing. It's okay. I'm also able to see, you know what? This part of my business is not working right now. So I'm going to have to make a CEO decision at this point. Remember, the whole purpose of this community is to get you from going from being a side hustler to an actual CEO. It's to help you reach that point of getting to 6 figures in revenue. I didn't get to 6 figures in revenue just showing up on Instagram. I got to 6 figures of revenue because I was very clear on my KPI and how I was going to get there. And let me tell you again, even with this new business model, I will reach multiple 6 figures. Like, it's no doubt about that. I'm in the beginning stages of a new business model, but I'm clear on the direction I'm going. And I'm making sure that every place I'm showing up, I'm following a strategic view and global view of where I want to be in 5 years. In 3 years, I want to make my business a 7-figure business. How will I get there? Well, I've got to have a map for that, and I've got to be able to track that. So I'm going to ask you, in your business, are you tracking those key drivers in your business? Do you know what you're making? Do you know how many people are following you? Do you know the key drivers of your business week by week for each quarter? So my Google Sheet is separated by Q1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have a set goal for that quarter for each of the drivers of my business. And every week like clockwork, those drivers are actually quantified every single week. So I know if something goes down and I don't see it progressively increasing, something needs to change with my strategy. So this is what's really clear for you that you need to really drill into your head. If you don't know where you're going, your biz will not be cohesive. I want you to think about that analogy again with that map. If you don't know where you're going, your biz will not be cohesive. It will not. In fact, when you start bringing in team members, and if you have team members in your business, they're not even going to be clear about where you're going. They're not going to see the purpose and why you have them doing X, Y, and Z. All right. And so again, it's all about moving from just being a side hustler and really getting to a place of being a CEO. Step into that place, step into that role. If you're really serious about making a side income, even if you decide to keep your 9 to 5, make that side hustle profitable. Don't have it wasting your time. All right. And everybody else's time. All right. So basically, if you're not looking at those things, you're not going to be profitable. I guarantee you, there was no way that I could have gone from 0 in 2016 to around 20 something K in 2017, still full time as a graduate student, to jumping to 78 or something like that, 70 something K the following year. And then I got to my 100K. 113K. So I had to get very, very strategic. And that's why biz strategy will pump life into you. So these are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. Where is your business positioned? Okay. So again, a lot of people, they give you their opinion. They're like, don't worry about your competition. Don't worry about this and that. That is true. There are some things that you need to understand. If someone is already profitable in their business doing what it is that you would like to do, that's great. That's an indicator that you can be successful too. There is enough for all of that. But you also have to consider, if you're looking at some of the key drivers of your business and you're noticing that, oh my gosh, my business isn't positioned or is seen as in its brand, that it is something that can be utilized for this problem that I'm solving, then that's an indicator that you need to take a look at your drivers, your key performance indicators, and say, I need to be mindful and start working and strategizing for this. So like one of the key drivers, another key driver that I actually monitor each week is the number of people that are following me on social media. I am also using this group as an indicator. So believe it or not, the last couple of weeks, I have been solely focused on building this group. So about 4 weeks ago, there was only about 30 people in here. Right now we have, let me check. We have 81, right? So I have a goal of how many people I want to be in here. And I've been solely focused on building this group, right? Every time I post on social media, everything was based on that. So I set a strategy based on my key performance indicators. And I said, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z in order to reach that goal. And because I put forth that effort, when I look at my key performance indicators, when I look at my KPI, I'm seeing each week it jump. Okay. So by knowing where your business is positioned and knowing from week to week what drivers you're going to monitor in your business, that will let you know where you need to put forth the effort. All right. The next question you need to ask yourself is, what is your next best business decision based on your biz facts? Okay. I don't make a decision for my business unless I know for sure how much money I'm bringing in, what the actual KPIs are for essential elements of my business. For instance, the next question says, where should you hire, right? Or when should you hire your next person in your business? Right? Or when should you hire next in your business? So I needed to figure out, is this a good time right now for me to bring in a community manager? I just onboarded a week ago, a community manager. So I have a community manager that's solely focused on supporting each of you in this group and also in my paid memberships. Okay. I had to look at my KPI and figure out, is this the best decision? But I knew that I needed someone to be able to take over that aspect, because the other aspects of my key drivers in my business, I needed to grow. And at that point, it needs content. And who makes the content in my business, right? I'm the key person making the content in my business, whether it's a blog, whether it's, podcasting, whatever the case may be. I'm that key person. So I need to have someone to alleviate some of my role so that these particular key drivers in my business can grow. Does that make sense now? Is that starting to click? So it also lets you know what parts of your business should end. I had to make a really tough decision and say, oh my gosh, I'm spending all of this time for this particular segment of my business, and they're only paying this amount. And what I'm providing is way too high of value for this amount of payment that they're providing me. I'm going to have to make this tough decision to either end it or modify it. And I decided to modify it and make changes in the programs that I'm offering so that I can still service them, but also honor the growth and the map that I've created on where I want my business to go. Some things need to be dead. Just dead it, right? You need to dead it and just say, enough of this. It's not profitable. It's not growing. It's not what my client wants. But how can you say that if you have no idea or you haven't been tracking yourself every single week? All right. And it also lets you know, where do you need to put forth more effort? How much more effort do I need to put in? So I had set a goal about 4 weeks ago to increase my social media presence, increase my Facebook group, start educating and providing value for people and be able to support them, right? And I track that every single week like clockwork. And that helped me see if what I was doing was working. If I noticed that between week 1 and week 2 that I didn't see any growth, I would have stopped all I was doing on social media and started a whole new strategy for that. So you've got to understand that the key drivers are these key performance indicators. Your strategy in your business is necessary because it's going to impact every single post that you put on social media. It's going to impact every single email that you send out to your email community. It's going to impact every interaction that you make. Every single one. And if you're telling me, and that's okay, because a lot of us are guilty of this, that you don't have a map and you don't know the direction you're going in your business, I need you to set aside at least 2 hours this week to figure that out. Where the heck do you want to be? How much money do you want to make every single month, for the quarter, and for the year? What indicators or performance key KPIs will you monitor in your business going forward every single week? Set a date. Is it a Wednesday? Is it every Thursday? Is it every Friday? Whatever. What are you going to measure? Because sis, and there's some gents in here too, we didn't get into business to just have someone give us the accolade of saying, oh, you're an entrepreneur. We got into business because we wanted to make a difference, but also we also wanted to make some money, right? And we can still have a heart-centered business, a purposeful business with some straight strategy. And actually, I just added an additional KPI on my list because I actually wasn't tracking my affiliate payments. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I was actually monitoring this because eventually I want to be able to grow the affiliate payments that I receive for the products that I absolutely love. So that's another key driver of my business that I added today that I realized I wasn't tracking. So just know that this is an evolving document and you can grow it and add it as you need. All right, so this is what I need y'all to lock down. You need to have the methods of which you're going to be growing your business. What are you using? Get clear on that. All right. And then what's the client journey? What's your client or customer journey? If you're selling products, what's the journey they're going to get? You know, is it that they're curvy women and they are finding it hard to find things that are great for them so that they could, you know, feel like they're in their 30s and they're young and vibrant instead of looking like they're wearing a sheet? Whatever it is, right? What's your client journey? And I'm speaking from like my own, you know, because I'm curvy. I'm a curvy woman. And I'm also 35 and I want to look like I'm 35. So it's always a challenge for me to be able to find things that I wear. But if I saw someone that was selling clothes that was speaking like that, I'm like, boom, they got my money, right? So what are your methods? What are the methods in which you're going to grow your business? What are you going to be using, right? What's the client journey that you're taking people through? Are you speaking to them? What are the steps they're going to be going through, right? Some of those steps that they're going to be doing, like say, for instance, we'll use the same analogy of someone that's serving a curvy clientele. One of the things that they're going to be looking at in the client journey is how much product are they purchasing? How much product do I want to sell, right? What is my main goal? And then goals in revenue. What are your goals in your revenue? And then what you should probably do if you have multiple streams of income, you want to have those key drivers in your business separated. So I have affiliate commission, I have one-on-one clients that I work with, I also have my membership model, I have group coaching. So all of those things will be sectioned off in their separate lines. And I have goals for each one, and I monitor it. All right. So we all have a choice today. You can continue in the status quo that you're in right now, which is not really building a profitable business, or get serious. You got to get serious. You are not going to be able to get to that growth. Of course, you can make a little change here and there, but you've got to be strategic. And that's going to require you to take action. And it's going to require you to commit to the long game. This is a long game. This is not a sprint. You've got to get serious and focused in your business to get it to consistent 5-figure months and get to that 6-figure revenue year. So I have many ways I can help you. There's 4 ways. If you're just starting your business, you should join the Start Your Biz membership. It's $39 a month. You're going to be able to get the information you need to get started and start working towards your first 1K to 2K months. But for those of you that already have a business, you should really consider joining my 6-month group coaching program. And it's called the Breakthrough to Excellence Network 100K Framework. Now, all of you are still a part of my network. You start off from Side Hustle as CEO. My Breakthrough to Excellence Network is meant to support entrepreneurs. But when you're really ready to tackle getting to that 6-figure year and looking at some higher level things. Now, of course, I haven't even showed you my KPI because that's meant for those in my paid membership, or even swipe files that you can use in order to build your business. Consider joining my 6-month group coaching program. I have a biz accelerator that I'm doing right now where I'm just teaching all strategy to women who don't really want to work on mindset and just need the strategy. There's plenty for all of you at any point in your journey, and I'm here to support you, and know that you can reach out to me at any time. In the comment section, I'm going to put a place where you can share your goals with me, and we can hop on a call for about 10 minutes and talk about where you are and see if I can assist you or refer you to somewhere where they can be of assistance to you. The most important thing is that you are actually moving towards your goals and you're not paralyzed because of fear or doubt. You're actually being strategic and profitable in what you're doing. So let me help you map out your biz strategy. Make sure you fill out that form. If you want to hop on a call with me, we can talk about where you are in your business. Share your interest in that form. Be completely truthful. Tell me exactly where you are. I will ask you about your revenue. I will not share that with anyone. That is private, but it's important to know what exactly you're bringing in to really see what step you're at in order to get you to that 100K a year. All right, I am going to end this training with my favorite quote so far. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And that is from Dale Carnegie. It's been great talking with you all. I will be inside of this group again next week Wednesday at noon, talking with you about another important biz topic to help support you on your journey.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Dive in deeper by visiting the show notes for this episode or listening to more episodes on jasminhaley.com. If you found value in the show, share with a friend or leave us a review. I'll see you next time.